Being on your own doesn't start with candles, it doesn't start with books or going to a cafe alone. It starts with sitting across from yourself with no noise, with no distraction, and with no one around you who will validate you. And what you will realize is that you don't really know who you are when no one is watching you. So hi guys, welcome back. So in this video I'm going to do a really captivating video, an idea that I have been thinking about a lot recently, and it is the idea of the art of performance, that we people tend to perform for other people to be liked. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So let's get started. So being on your own forces you to look at the roles you have played just to be loved or to be liked by someone. And it can be so many different versions of you. They can be the version of you that laughs at really stupid jokes. It can be a version of you that really responds to your friend's text message really fast. Or it can be the version of you who says yes to everyone and you end up really exhausted because you don't prioritize yourself. You only prioritizing other people all the time. So from a young age, we're taught to be a good student, to be a good kid, to be a good girl, to be a good boy, and to be a good human being. We're taught to be, to be all these things, to fit in the whole society, to fit in a group. And so other people perceive us as a good person. So what does it really show us? So it really shows us that from a really young age, we need to perform for other people, to be a really amazing person, to be this best kind, smart person who always helps other people all the time, really generous person. And what really teaches us is that we trying to do things to always fit in, to always be part of the group, to always make other people happy. So we always tend to forget ourselves. We tend to, really tend to forget, what do we feel? What do we want? So why do we always perform for other people, but we don't really perform for ourselves? Okay, but hear me out. I'm not saying that you should not help other people. What I'm saying that is that you should help people, but you should find a balance between helping other people but also helping yourself when no one is around. Because sometimes when you go through stuff, really difficult stuff, no one will be there for you. So you have to be there for yourself. You have to be there for yourself no matter what. Okay? So because finding a balance is so difficult, because sometimes what most people do is that most people are like this. They're always helping, performing for other people, and they have this. And here are you for yourself. Okay? So you give up so much to other people all the time here, so you have no energy left for yourself. What it should be is like, sometimes be like this. Like, it should always be like equals, like 50-50. Because what you give out is also what you receive. So how do we start performing for other people all the time? So there are an endless of things that you should do. Like, it will never stop. You will just take one, watching this video and you'll be, oh, I'm fixed. It will never work that way. You should always work on yourself. It will take time, and no matter how much time it takes, you should really learn about yourself, because that's the most amazing thing you can do. Learn more about yourself. So here's the questions that you can ask yourself. So I will write this like this big screen, I guess. And what I want you to do is that I'm going to ask these questions, and I want you to pause the video and write it down. Or something that I really like is go to the voice memo and just start talking. And then afterwards you can start listening to what you have said. Because sometimes we people are lazy. We don't really want to write out things. So when we're talking, it's so much easier because you can just, talk. And if you guys really want to, doesn't have a pen around or paper around, you can just go to your voice memo and record your answers and then listen back. It's really important to listen back, because then you will see what you have answered and you will see different things. So the first question is, who are you when you are not performing for others? The second question is that, who are you when you are alone? When no one is around, when you're alone in the house, who are you? What are you doing? How do you feel in your body? And the third question, the last question, is, who do you have to pretend to be the most when you're around this person? So it can be basically your friends, or it can be your family members, or it can be just a total stranger, or your colleague. Like, it can be so many persons that you meet every day. So who do you pretend the most? Because when we are with our friends, we let out maybe just funny version of yourself. And when we are with our parents, it can be, just calm version of yourself, because you are your parents' kid, and when you are with your colleague, you want to be portrayed as a smart one. Like, it can be so much versions of you, and you can just write it down, and maybe you will see something that you never thought about before. But most importantly, it's so much about how you talk to yourself every single day. When you have failed at something, when you had such a bad day, do you blame yourself or do you blame others? Because we sometimes can blame others and not us, but sometimes we blame most us and not other people. And it can also be about protecting your peace, because it is also about when you are deciding to, not performing for others, and instead of focusing yourself, when you, the small decisions make a huge change. Because when you want to stay at home and protect your peace instead of going out, even though the world screams that you should be out there and living, So the small actions and the small choices really matter. And it's a really power in not being easy to access, and knowing your patterns so well that you can tell and call yourself out without the shame. Because sometimes we can really call out ourselves because we feel really ashamed, because we didn't really know ourselves. So it's a real power to really know who you are, so much that no one can say who you are better than you. Because when you know who you are, whatever people throw at you, it's not the truth. You just know that it's not the truth. You know the truth. You know yourself better. So doing the small actions for yourself, because in the long term it will be so helpful. It will be really helpful. And start living for yourself as well. because you only live once. I think that we all heard that you only live once, because it's the truth. You only live them once. And start have time for yourself, and start really think about yourself as your best friend. So that's why I really want you guys to know, and I thank you guys for watching, and bye. And comment if you agree or disagree. I would really like to know. Thank you guys. Bye.